Good morning. God is not playing. It's about to be shaking, and whether we physically see that shaking going on in other people's lives, it's definitely a shaking that's about to take place. I am no prophet. Let me say that. Let me put that out there. But after I dropped my daughter off at school this morning, I decided to go back home and enjoy the rain, by being lazy, I would call it. But I was just going back to get me some rest. I was, gonna lay down and just, relax this morning. And I said I was gonna go to work. I'm not go to work, but go to the gym, because I normally, drop them off and go to the gym, do a little workout, keep my heartbeat up. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a little old, so I take that back. I ain't getting old. I always say that I'm not getting old. I'm not getting old. But I'm getting this body is getting of age. Let's say that. And when I got back, I said, I'm gonna take me a little nap. Now, y'all know how it is when you go get ready to go to sleep, right? Or when you're on the way to that second level of sleep, I like to call it. Like in the beginning, you like get in the covers and you kind of relaxed, and you relax and you rubbing your feet together. You like, I'm about to enjoy this little nap. You know what I'm saying? And then when I almost got past the threshold of like actually deep sleep, my apartment complex got struck by lightning, and all of the alarms in the apartment complex went off. And when I say this was like a shaking, like a boom, like a big boom. You know what I'm saying? And then so I didn't really take it the way I'm taking it now, because I was like, oh my God, my oldest daughter, she don't start school. She hadn't started school yet. So she came running out the room or whatever, and she was like, Mom, what was that? And I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so I go out, look around, whatever. Everybody's alarm is going off in the apartment complex. Everybody's alarm is going off. And so, as we're walking down from the apartment complex, well, before then, it was another big boom. Like, before we actually started to walk down the stairs, it was another big boom, right? And as we were walking down the stairs, my daughter said, God is not playing. And in my spirit, I already heard that. Like, I already had heard that God is not playing in my spirit. So when she said it, I was like, girl, you just spoke to my spirit. You literally just spoke what I'd heard in my spirit. And so here's this video. God ain't playing, y'all. God ain't playing. It's a door that's about to be shut. It's a door that's about to be shut, and you are not going to be able to open it no matter what you do, no matter how much you beg, no matter how much you plead. He is showing you right now that in this world there is so much going on that now is the time for you to turn to him and to actually sit with him and have a relationship with him. Now is the time for you to actually go to him, not out of fear, but out of understanding who he is and who he is for you in your life, and how he's going to change what you feel about yourself and the trajectory of what you think life is. Okay? There is something that's going to happen, and I don't know what it is. And it may not be, like I said, on the physical side of things where everybody can physically see what you're going to go through. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that's going to happen to the point where it's almost going to sound like a complete silence of God. And for those people that know him and know his voice, the stillness of his voice, the stillness of his voice, is going to be comforting to those people that know him and have built that relationship and know the sound of his voice. I think he's encouraging you to go in search of him. Seek him while he may be found. Seek him while he might be found, y'all. I'm encouraging you to sit with God in truth, spirit and truth. I don't know why these messages be coming out like overlapping each other, but sit with him in spirit and in truth and really seek truth. When you seek truth, you don't put yourself in the equation of truth. Because at the end of the day, if you really want to know what was true, nothing that you think would even matter, right? All because you want truth. And before you were created, there was truth. Okay? And so your mind shouldn't even be like, oh, well, this is what I want to hear. This is what I want to feel. Because you want truth. So I'm encouraging y'all. I don't know why I feel an urge to encourage y'all to go to God for real in real time. If you listening to the sound of my voice and if you see my face, know that I'm coming to you heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want y'all to understand the time that we're going to go through. And like I said, that whether that is collectively or individually, you're going to go through a time where God's voice is going to be almost like he's not existent. It's going to be almost like you crying out and nobody's answering. Whether that is collectively in this land or individual. It's going to be a time where it's going to almost be like you calling and he ain't answering. But I'm going to tell you this. One thing I know about God, he will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. He will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. But you first must surrender all to him, so you can have that comfort in knowing that he hasn't left you or forsaken you. So you can know that in your heart and soul, when everything seems silent, when all the doors seem closed and nothing's getting done, and it just seems like everything is heavy on you, you can know that he is not going to leave you nor forsake you, because you've surrendered everything to him. Seek him while he might be found. All right. Peace.